got to just step out of the crease and talk about Chris Bowen again, because really, is there anything Chris Bowen has done as the Albany government's climate change and energy minister that hasn't failed? Except today. This time, we should actually be grateful. Now, Bowen is in Belém, Brazil, at the annual United Nations Global Warming Circus called COP. And he has been lobbying there to get next year's COP held in Adelaide. But oh dear, another Chris Bowen fail. It's going to Turkey instead. And that leaves Bowen and Albanese today trying to make another failure sound like a win.
What we did, we've come up with an outstanding result. COP31 will be hosted by Turkey. Turkey will have the COP presidency, but Chris Bowen and Australia will have the COP presidency for negotiations.
It would be great if Australia could have it all, but we can't have it all.
You know, a President Bowen negotiating climate deals with the Pacific ahead of the next COP, that should scare you, because Pacific countries use global warming to guilt the West, including Australia, into showering them with millions, billions of dollars. And yet we should still be grateful for today, because not getting next year's COP in Adelaide means saving the obscene cost of holding it, which the Albanese government estimated to be between $1 and $2 billion.
We're facing a $42 billion deficit in the 25-26 year. The fact that this government even considered spending $2 billion of taxpayers' money on this exercise just goes to show how their priorities are all wrong.
Honestly, we've wasted enough on this disaster already. Like on the 34 South Australian Police, we've already paid to get ready for an Adelaide COP, including 2 senior officers who've just been sent to the Belém conference with Bowen. But now to today's breaking news. Another Liberal leader has fallen. New South Wales Liberal leader Mark Speakman this morning was telling Sky News that all this talk about facing a leadership challenge from health spokesman Kelly Sloan, that was nonsense.
As Mark Twain once said, reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. I deserve to stay. It's not about what I deserve, it's about what is the best interest of the party and the people of New South Wales. I offer experience, resilience, grit, determination to lead the party to the next election.
Yet almost immediately after speaking to us, Speakman vanished, cancelled all media engagements, and then emerged at 5 p.m. to say he was quitting, reluctantly, because Kelly Sloan indeed wanted to replace him.
A day is a long time in politics. Half a day is a long time in politics. And even a few hours are a long time in politics. This morning the sun was shining, the birds were chirping, the jacarandas were blooming, and I was on breakfast radio and on TV and saying that I would be continuing as Liberal Party leader.
Now, Speakman didn't think it was his fault that he was being replaced. He blamed colleagues for behaving badly, for robbing him of clear air to get out his message. He especially blamed the Liberals in Canberra.
I have faced the brand damage that has emanated from Canberra with a disarray since the May election, and the challenges to the Liberal brand generally.
But like the fallen Brad Batten in Victoria, he otherwise showed grace, not quite as much as Batten, but almost, praising and backing the woman who looks like replacing him.
Kelly Sloan will be a fantastic leader if selected by the Parliamentary Liberal Party. She is someone of enormous talent. She is not only a great communicator, she has extensive experience as a businesswoman.
Sloan is a former TV journalist, and like the new Liberal leader in Victoria, hasn't even served one full term in Parliament. And she is of the Liberal left, and I suspect a net zero believer as well, but she is likely to win any contest for the leadership against the right wing's Alistair Henskins, the Shadow Attorney General.